16-year loses his neighbor's cat that he was supposed to pet sit. His mom is upset about the neighbors refusing to pay for his work.
But before we start, please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe to HappyWorld, and hit the bell so you'll never miss these great stories.
All work must be paid. This is one of the basic principles on which the world economy rests. A person invests strength, time, skills, and energy in their work, and in return, they definitely must receive a predetermined amount of money. Otherwise, in principle, the meaning of any work is lost. On the other hand, the employer always has the right to count on a conscientious and qualified performance of this work, because otherwise the money will actually be thrown away. This is also a fundamental principle of economics, and it is not recommended to violate it. But many workers, hired and not only, unfortunately, ignore this particular principle. Let's say like one of the heroes of this story, recently told by a user in the AITA Reddit community. The original post got over 3.8k upvotes and nearly 500 different comments in less than 2 weeks, so it's safe to say that people were interested in it. So let's figure out what's what here. The author of the post was leaving town for several days, so they asked their neighbor's 16-year-old son to pet sit their cat and dog. The authors of the post were away from home for some time, so they asked the 16-year-old son of their neighbors to look after their pets, a dog and a cat. The work, frankly, was not very difficult. It was only necessary to feed the animals daily, give them water, and also walk the dog. The cat, as the owners told the teenager, was an indoor cat, so the main task here was, on the contrary, not to let her out on the street. The boy turned out to be unlucky as he lost the house key and then the cat ran away. The problems began as early as the second day when the boy said that he had lost the key to the house, which had been left for him. They had to tell him the garage code so he could get into the house. However, now there was a new risk. As long as the garage was open, the cat could escape into the street, which in fact appeared to have happened when the owners returned home 2 more days later. The hapless pet sitter said he last saw the cat in the morning of the same day, but the original poster checked the security cameras and saw the animal outside the house at about 5:30, before the garage doors were reported to open. Accordingly, the cat ran away at least a day before and the boy lied. For the first time, that is. The owners checked the security cameras and found out that the boy lied to them, and then discovered another lie when he told them he'd find the lost cat. The teenager promised to urgently find the lost cat and left. In fact, this turned out to be his second lie. After all, after some time, the author of the post just saw him with a grocery bag. So he obviously had not gone to look for anyone. The owners began to get very worried. After all, not far from their house, there was a place where coyotes gathered, and the cat was very small, so it could well have been attacked. However, very soon she came home herself, so the owners were incredibly happy. Finally, the cat came home herself, yet the owners decided to refuse to pay the boy. And then the question arose, is it worth paying the pet sitter at all? Now not only will they have to change the locks in the whole house, but also, the employers had to endure many unpleasant hours in search of their pet. In the end, the owners decided not to pay the boy at all. After all, he actually did not do his job and caused a lot of problems for his employers in addition. By the way, in order to prevent such cases, pet sitters are strongly recommended to insure their services. Yes, it costs money, but it guarantees protection in any unforeseen situation. Not having insurance coverage if a situation did arise would likely result in legal action by your client and could lead to financial ruin from your company, experts at petsit.com say. Most people in the comments agreed with their decision and backed the pet owners. We must say that in general, people in the comments supported this decision, stating that it would probably be worth creating a special list of items that the guy was supposed to complete and specifying the fees separately for each of them. Accordingly, after all, he should have received some kind of payment, because at least he fed and watered the dog.